We're living on land that we know as, settlers coming and, establishing Sacramento, but we all know that, families have been living along the river for thousands of years, and there was great harm brought to their families during this time, being removed from their land. So we want to acknowledge while we're living here that this is a space that's been land for expansive communities along the Parkway for a long time before we all came here. So it's important to recognize that and incorporate their practices. Live in harmony with the land. Take only what is needed. Replenish what you take, and give thanks. Just be grateful for the wonderful resources that are available here. The Nisenan people are still here today, and they are the people who we have learned from in hearing their stories and what has been passed down from generation to generation. And the beautiful thing is this living culture, this community is still comes and tends their own land here. So every once in a while, if you're going for a hike, you might see someone off trail and think, oh no, they're supposed to be on trail. But they're active members of their community tending their own land, working the sedges that are used for basket making. It's a pretty incredible thing. So we always like to actively maintain our relationship with the community and learn from them. Effie Yeaw was a local educator, and she taught here for many decades up until the 60s, and she was also an animal rehabber. So she really was knowledgeable about all things nature's plants, animals, and she wanted to make sure children had time in nature and knew how important it was for them and their education. Why learn from a book when you can just go out into the Detterding woods here and see what acorn woodpeckers do instead of read about it? So this used to be a working ranch by the Detterding family, and she had permission to come and bring her students down here. And in the 60s into the 70s, there's a lot of growth and development in the Sacramento area. So she and many other environmentalists saw that if they don't form a group to try and support and protect the natural space here, it will be gone forever. When the county decided to open a nature center here inside of Ansel Hoffman Park, they had to, decide who were they going to name it after, and they decided Effie Yeaw was a great name to attach to the nature center. This nature center is a county building, and the American River Natural History Association runs all of the programs in the nature center. So what we do, our mission is to connect people to nature. We want to guide people, mentor nature connection, take them out into the nature study area, and utilize all the senses and really get curious, taking a closer look, really study what's happening and spend time. We want everyone who lives in the greater Sacramento community to know about Effie Yeaw Nature Center and to come visit and spend time here as the starting point for engaging with the whole Lower American River. We want family members, individuals, people of all ages and backgrounds and experience to come know about the space, learn about it, take delight in it, and share it with others. We want this to become a really important resource and a gem of the metropolitan area. Not many cities have a city with two rivers, and especially one with wild space. What I have found is the more time you spend here in this space, you bond with the land, but you really get to know the people and the community. And that is another part of what makes this so special, is it is so cherished by our community members, and I get to know them all, and we get to be curious and explore nature together. So that ultimately is such a gift to be able to have that with each other and with the land and for our community. This will always hold a special place in my heart. So donations make all of our programming possible, and also the animals that we care for. So inside the Nature Center, we have an animal ambassador program. These animals went to a rehab center and they were classified as non-releasable. So they needed a permanent home. And with a permanent home that we can provide, we're able to engage them as animal educators. So they educate the community, they go out to classrooms, and instead of us telling people about animals, they can connect with an animal in person. It's a really unique opportunity to be able to see a snake, hear someone talking about it, and then actually touch a snake. It's pretty fantastic. So whenever we have people that come regularly engage in our programs, we would love for them to become members. That is how we're funded. Everything that we see and do here is made possible by donations. So we would love to have you join us, become a part of the community, and get involved.